FOG Andrew here, and the coach here for Family Gamers. Welcome, wargamers, to an exciting, awesome live stream. Today, we have our special guest, Fabian, a.k.a. Hot Dice.
Hot Dice.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? So, what is going on, Mr. Fabian? How are you?
I'm all right. I've been busy.
Before we start,
okay,
let's do a preemptive early happy birthday to Hot Dice. Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. So I remember when I turned 29. I thought it was a big deal when I turned 29. So he's just got old enough to drink, and he's got his permit, and he's all set.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So we are talking what?
I don't know.
Oh,
you're not in the brick wall anymore.
No, we've different part of the mansion. You know, the what I do is we bring in kids that have extraordinary powers, and we have a big place, and we put them in different places. So, yeah, it's really really nice mansion we got going on here. So, what we wanted to do was talk about Crisis Protocol, because we've been playing it for a while. What, about a month now?
Yeah, give or take.
Give or take a month. What'd you do? You came about a month, right? About the beginning. It was the end of February. So
yeah, it was this past Sunday. It was 4 weeks prior to that when we did that demo game. Right.
Well, we totally screwed up all the rules, and
not all of them, but a lot of them.
Well, I mean, if there's a planet that's closest to good rules, we were on the planet that's furthest from. So
yeah, getting the least bit of light and rules coming our way.
Right.
We didn't. You guys didn't really do much, because we were doing the whole power, gaining power kind of wrong. Mm-hmm. So it's like you barely had any power to even do anything.
Yeah, it was. We couldn't do anything, and then it was like,
it was a super powered slap fight.
Yeah, it was. And it was like every round we had to wait to get the power from the guys, so we didn't know that every time you took damage, you get the power.
But my superpower came into play that time. I rolled nothing but skulls.
Yeah, and 11 dice.
Yes.
Yes.
Magical.
Yeah. You had to borrow dice and roll the skull.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what we wanted to do, we just figured, we get hot dice on here, because you've all seen them on the channel probably, and we're just gonna sit around and talk for about, I don't know, about an hour. Talk about MCP. That's the new thing. MCP is the abbreviation, and I keep going MVP, MPC. Like that.
I just say CP.
Yeah. CP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple enough.
So, all right. So let's. All
right. Well. Oh my God, the ghost.
At the window a little bit.
Nah, that's the ghost.
Okay.
It's the Fabian ghost.
The ghost of painting yet to come.
Yeah.
Ghost of Fabian's past.
You actually had some models on the table, not completed, but with paint.
Yes, I did.
So
my Thanos is the only one I'm truly the proudest of so far.
Nice. It's getting there. It's getting there.
Yeah.
I would say just put the glove on, man. Don't worry about it. Just
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm not even going to bother with the magnetization.
Yeah, what's the chance of magnetizing it?
I have magnets. They're just in the old place, which I'm cleaning out now. So
I have a lot of paint cans outside, and I don't paint the wall that I'm supposed to paint. So things don't always happen the way they should.
Right.
So we started playing Crisis Protocol, and so we can go into a few things. So I was thinking, let's break it down to a few sections. The first section I would say is that we should talk about the breakdown of the rules. Like, what do you think about the rules? What do you like and what do you dislike? And I'm gonna go around the table, and we're gonna go to Andrew first.
I think that the rules are pretty okay. The basic rules are pretty simple, but then you got like the rules for the cards and like all the superpowers and abilities that different characters can do. That's where it gets kind of complicated, because you want to kind of like you want to basically study all the rules on characters' cards so that you know when and how to use certain things. So I think that's the complicated part of it. But the basic rules about moving and aiming and rolling the dice and what everything means and how to, each phase and all that is pretty simple.
Right.
So I think that it works, and I've said this before. It reminds me of a video game in the sense that, like, I'm going to spend 2 power to do this superpower, so you do this, but I'm going to attack you with this, and then I'm going to attack you with this, but I'm going to spend power to do this, and then, like, you just combo up with superpowers, and I like that kind of thing for it. So
okay, all right. So what do you think, Hot Dice?
Yeah, I like it. The rule set, I think, is good. There's some issues. Just some things are a little vague, which we've gone through when we've played.
The last time we played, that was a big deal.
Yeah, but and then also, like, listening to a podcast and finding out, oh no, you don't take damage when you get pushed. Okay, little things like that. I feel like if you don't download the rules from online, you're gonna miss a lot of things. The characters' cards with the rules on them for what their abilities are pretty self-explanatory. So, I mean, it's the superhero game I've always wanted. So I'm really excited to play it. I'm glad you guys finally jumped in and were like, let's play.
Well, you know what happened?
Gave me a reason to start breaking things out and building then.
It was funny because we were sitting at the dinner table, and then it was after the signing. We had a signing at the comic store, and it was after that. And then he was like, oh, I was talking to so-and-so, and he plays Crisis Protocol. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that's a game. So then I go on my phone. I'm looking at all these models. I'm like, oh, my God. Like Wolverine, Punisher, Taskmaster. What is that, Spider-Gwen? Like Ghost Rider? Like, I was like, oh, my God, this like the models look awesome. And then I started, like, I think I watched about 8 Crisis Protocol videos that night. And then I went downstairs. I said to you, I was like, you want to just split the starter box?
Right.
And then
after you got up off the floor, Coach, when he said he would pay for something.
Yeah, I know.
How did you respond?
So I was like, all right, let's do it. Because honestly, if we both do it together, like we've been doing it, it is a lot easier. And it's like, but it makes sense because what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And then with you, it's like, what do you want to do? And it's hard with you because you're like, all right, I'm thinking about getting. Yeah, I already got it. I already got it. Right. So, but just a segment here. We order it. We're getting it like on Monday, and then we go on Amazon, and it was like $30 cheaper. And I was like, you guys have like, we ordered it from Amazon. It was like, you guys got any price guarantee? They're like, well, if you cancel it, you can reorder it. You get the credit and then back. And I'm like, yeah, it's coming tomorrow, man. Forget it. We'll just, we'll eat it and get it going.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the mechanics of the game, it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. The only issue I have is some little vague things.
Yeah.
Like we were stumbling on a bunch of things. It's like, so like what's
pulling somebody within one of you.
Right. Okay.
Is that from straight in, or can you place the person anywhere around you within one?
Right.
I'm guessing it's within one in that straight line from where you were.
I think we got to put the thing behind it, the measuring thing, and make the V. Okay. And then I guess that's the way to do it.
I mean, I don't know, because like I feel like pulling you in would just be a straight line toward you.
Yeah.
Not like, okay, I could put you behind me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like what was it? I think like who did you have yesterday that had it?
Was
it Black Widow? I know Sabretooth has it where it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this attack that's range 2 or 3, or I think it's like within 3, and then and then I run up within 1.
It was Medusa,
right? So like where does Medusa go? Can she go within 1 of behind or to the side, like wherever she wants?
Coach did that with me too in our game,
right?
And it was like right? Does it go straight? I would imagine a pulling thing like that. It's just straight toward the character.
Right,
I
but
think
then
you
again,
use that tool if you're throwing in a certain direction.
but then again,
Pushing.
if I do the attack and I'm moving, I'm going to put myself in a place that's advantageous for me. So if I want to stand, like say I want to move in one of you, and I'm closer, I'm going to be on the objective or contest the objective. I'm going to go there. If I want to go over here away from someone else so they can't reach me, or maybe I get some cover, I would go there. So I think, but then again,
I think the whole point of that rule though is to get you up there, to get in the way of certain things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because honestly, there's really, it's like the guys are kind of slow. You know, a lot of medium, a lot of small, very few long. But actually, we played yesterday. You had what, 4 guys go long? Daredevil, Gwen.
Yeah, I think 4 out of 6 guys that I took moved long.
So that's
actually no. I think. Oh no, yeah, you're right.
It's 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6.
And I had 2 that moved long. So, but it is what it is. But also, I mean, I do like the stuff. The only thing I would like is maybe they came out with a card that had all the conditions on it. Like, what does bleed do? What is
that's the download from online. That's
right.
What I kept looking at. That back page has like a
cheat sheet.
Like a cheat sheet. It has all that, the conditions up until that point. I'm sure it's updated now because AMG is really good at keeping this up to date.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job of having like a living, breathing document.
Yeah.
I keep looking back at that rule book because there's stuff in the rule book from the starter set that just aren't.
Yeah. Everything in the starter set's in the starter book.
Right. That's learn to play in the starter set.
Right, but we're all
rule books are online. And for example, how good AMG is with this, they recently started doing all of the Star Wars games that were under Fantasy Flight.
Right.
And yesterday they released the points for the new releases coming out this Friday. And there were a few errors and there were a few omissions in the document, and people emailed them, and by the evening it was corrected.
Yeah, that's cool.
If that was Fantasy Flight, it would have been weeks before it was corrected.
Right.
So they're really they communicate with the community. They're always, every day there's like a video from them, whether it's painting or showing a new model.
Well, that they just kind of started doing that because they did that big thing this weekend. Yeah. But the more content that's out there, the more you put more stuff in people's faces, they will they will know about it. So right. The mechanics are good, but it's not perfect. But then again, we've been playing a lot of games, and I don't know any perfect game. Even like we always loud about how Dead Zone is.
Right.
But there are little twerks that could be fixed, but nothing will be perfect. But then again, it is a game, so you have to make it that way. I mean, yeah. So what else? So we did that. So what do we? Let's talk about factions. I think what factions. Knowing us, if anybody's like a fan of the channel. And also too, I want to give some shout outs. So if you're here, just throw your name up there and we'll say hello in a second. As far as factions are concerned, guys like us are the guys that are like going to probably buy everything. Between the 3 of us, we'll have everything. But Hot Dice, give me the two that you're going to focus on, because I think that's what you need to do.
X-Men primarily.
Mm-hmm.
After that,
X-Men, and then you have a bunch of other stuff. I didn't know Ant-Man and the Wasp were part of the X-Men.
No, but I have them.
Exactly.
Right. Ghost Rider's in the X-Men.
Yeah.
So Hulk and She-Hulk and everything.
And Thanos.
Right.
Star-Lord.
Right now, I would probably say Avengers, but I want the Sinister Six.
Oh,
we're getting close to that.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I need.
We have the Sinister Six without having the Sinister Six.
right.
So they're the Sinister Six without it, without the thing. But we're going to get to wish list, so that'll be at the end. So,
Okay.
but I'm saying let's focus on tangible things that we have right now.
So I think to start, I'm just going to be X-Men and probably Thanos and what are they? The Black Order.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably just start with them just to get used to things. But then you listen to podcasts and you're like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, I want to try that. So.
But you know what though? If you take the X-Men or the Black Order, Black Order, and say you go, all right, you like today I was listening to guys talk about Doctor Strange,
All right,
and it was this and that. And I'm like, oh, I want to take him. So just take him and put him with the Black Order, or put him with the, and then you get to kind of play with the mechanics. And then when you get used to your guys, then you just now you say, oh, okay, now I want to do the Defenders. All right, now I know how to do Doctor Strange, and I'll work with those guys and kind of build off it. So, but I would say like you were doing, do the Black Order with Thanos, and then do with the mutants. But pick a group and then go from there. I think that's the best thing.
I would do Brotherhood too if there were more options, but we know more options are coming, so I'll just wait, till they do come.
Right.
So I'll just start with those two. Right.
Now what about you, man?
I'm focusing on the Spider Foes, which I want to do also, like Sinister Six. Definitely, because we just got Green Goblin, so now I could get the affiliation for the Spider Foes. Okay. And then we have Doc Ock, and then I pretty much need Venom and Kingpin. Those are the only other two that are out that we can get, and then the other ones that got revealed.
Venom?
Yeah.
He was a beast in that game. You shouldn't have let me. You took Venom, Fabian.
I'm a giving person, I'm willing to take the loss for you to experience the joy. So
you're like, oh, you take Venom, take out Daredevil, put in Venom.
It's the giving thing.
You want Venom? I don't have him.
It was funny. It was like, oh, he's like, I only have 5 points left. Black Bolt, take Black Bolt.
And you were like, he's broken. I'm like, I don't think he's that good. Oh my god.
Well, we'll get to it, but I'm going to tell you he's not broken. But go ahead.
Oh yeah,
So you were saying that
I want to do Spider Foes, and then we saw the reveals of that other stuff, which,
well, eventually. But let's talk about. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't jump ahead.
All right.
This is how we tease. Jack, the greatest broadcaster in history. That's how you tease. So we're going to talk about it. So.
And then the Web Warriors, which we just need
Inhumans. And then I took I have 5 points left, so that's why I took Iron Man and Black Widow. But that's like I was saying with you, I have my affiliation, I have my core, and then I have 5 points to play with. So, now if you're just watching it now, and you're saying, well, you take your 10 models and do that. We feel like we're in the learning stage, so we're kind of like, we do the thing where you pick your models, but we were saying, like myself and Andrew, all right, you want to take Web Warriors, take 4 guys. I take 4 guys, and then we choose the mission, and whatever's left, we go from there. So it's been pretty good. I do like them, but what I'm doing now is I want to start with the Defenders, and so we have so I already have we just got Doctor Strange and Wong, so I'm ready to go with those, and then it's basically.
I think you pretty much have.
Yeah, other than Ghost Rider, we have all the guys in that are in the Defenders.
Well, yeah. So because I think it's like
it's Daredevil.
It's Daredevil, Wolverine. I'm trying to remember who.
Is Hulk in it too?
Yeah. I think Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie.
Yeah. Well, Valkyrie was in it. I mean, if you read the
I remember those comics.
The comics, Valkyrie was in it for a while.
Yeah,
and Daredevil was kind of in and out. Wolverine was in it because Fabian, you remember back in the 80s when Wolverine got his real big jump. There was a part like he was in the X-Men, but then all of a sudden he was like like
everywhere.
superstar.
Actually,
So-
I at the comic store I saw a cover for I think the Secret Defenders,
Mhm.
and it was like Doctor Strange, Wolverine, Valkyrie, and like 2 other people or something on
Mhm.
the team.
Power Man and Iron Fist, are they in it too?
I think so. Because they're the Netflix Defenders. Listen, all we need next is Namor and Silver Surfer, and then we got the classics.
We're gonna get to that. Stop that. So yeah, so far so good. So what were you saying though? You wanted to do the Spider Foes, but we had Goblin, but we needed who?
We need Kingpin and
Venom.
Okay, so Beetle's sending us Venom, but we have a live surprise on the channel here.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is.
Here, open that.
Okay.
Well, show for the camera, man.
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Don't show the address.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad. And there he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Santa Claus.
So, I guess I can run my Spider Foes now. Thank you, Coach, for.
Yeah, before you got home Sunday, he was like, "Looks like I just ordered Kingpin."
Well, no, I said I was looking, and I got it. I got it a little cheaper on eBay, and I'm like, all right, I may or may not have ordered.
And he comes with a crisis card.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh,
So
fancy.
let me ask you guys this. So this is one of the things that for me is a little clunky, and maybe the 3 of us you can kind of make me understand it a little bit better. I remember in Legion where we put out the 9 cards.
Right.
You would eliminate certain cards, and then you would choose the mission that way. Okay. So it seems that this is in a similar vein, a little different, but in a similar vein where picking 2 and then taking 1, and then whoever has priority picks of the 2. So one is the occupy mission, and the other one is the extract mission, which is you grab somebody or whatever, and the other one is the good old fashioned holding objectives. And the objectives are different. Like we played the mist, the poison mist ones, the all that different stuff.
Right.
The Doctor Strange book mission was pretty cool.
That was really cool
because Phasia, I don't know if you know, you get you have to pick up these book tokens,
Right.
and when you do, it gives you a range 3 beam attack, 6 dice, 0 power. You can only use it once per turn, as long as you're holding the book.
And you don't take damage from that?
Nope.
Nice.
Well, you don't take damage, you give damage. I mean,
But
like kind of like the cosmic cubes where you take
No.
damage.
No.
It's the only extract mission so far that doesn't hurt you or do something bad to you. I think.
But that was awesome because it was you're getting rewarded in points, but you're also getting rewarded that you can do a mystical attack.
Right.
No, it's energy.
I'm sorry, energy. I'm sorry, energy. But you're doing an energy attack with
And a beam.
Yeah, and a beam. So if you could line that up,
You hit
it was very, very cool. So
Yeah, and I think it was 17 points.
yeah, that was a 17 point, but he ended up winning priority. We went 20. Which was nice.
It's funny because at this point we're just kind of like, you want to do the 20-point mission?
Yeah,
we'll go 20 points.
That's how we're still like we said, veteran wargamers who are noob at this game. It's just so far so good with that. The only thing is like what's with the choosing the missions and stuff? Like how does that work? I know you bring your 10 guys and then you choose the mission, and then whoever has priority would
because it's supposed to be like you pick your team, got team of 10 guys.
Okay.
And then when the mission is picked and the points are picked, then you pick from your 10 guys.
Okay. So basically, like, let's just say I have defenders and humans, and we pick a mission, and I'm like, you know what? The Inhumans would do really good at this.
Right.
And then if it's another one, I take the Defenders, maybe it's more guys. I could, like, so you're going to take, like they said, here's Hulk and then 2 other guys. Oh, well, if I take the Defenders, I have 6 guys. It might be better that way.
Right.
So, yeah, okay. I kind of understand that.
So because you're trying to make your list working around the mission that's picked. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like
how I understood it was each player has a set of 3 cards of extraction and secure. Right? You roll to see who has the initiative.
The priority.
The priority.
Yes.
And then that person picks either their deck of extraction or secure. So if, say, I'll pick secure, and then the opponent will take extraction. So then I'll select my 2 that I want and then pick one to put down. The opponent does the same, and then we flip it, and then the person with priority picks which point level you play at, and then you pick your squads. I think that's how it worked.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that is. I mean, I took it when I read the book and watched videos. I took it as like, okay, so here's the deck of extract cards. Here's a deck of secure cards. Okay, I won priority. I'll pick the secure cards, and I draw 2, and then pick 2, or I look at the 2, and then I pick one to play.
When you draw the 2, is it a blind 2, or
yeah,
is it?
That's how I took it.
Yeah.
As like, so it's a blind 2, and then you pick one, and then same thing with you. Then you would get the other cards.
Yeah,
Right.
you have 3 of each, and you pick which one you want,
Okay.
and then draw 2 from that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I that's another thing back to like the mechanics. I do like how it's a very mission oriented game. You could probably do like a game of just killing each other, but like, we'll talk about it like yesterday when we played. Like,
well, we can talk about it now. So
yeah, well, we played yesterday. I had Web Warriors. I took Miles, Gwen, Peter, Daredevil, Doc Ock, and Zemo. And then you took Inhumans, the whole royal family, plus Iron Man and Black Widow. And I was like, wow, like Daredevil got killed in the 2nd round. I'm like, damn, Daredevil is really bad. I mean, like, he did the Devil's Deliverance thing, which is the area attack, but it didn't really do much. I think it just pushed Crystal back and put some wounds on the Medusa. And then,
well, also you roll like like crap.
You know what happened? How many wounds does Medusa have? 4 or 5 or 6?
She has 6.
She has 6. You know what I did, Fabian? I did 5 wounds onto her, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw you into the trash can, and you'll take 1 damage." And then she's dazed. But it came down. Do you know how many points it ended on?
Oh, I know.
He knows.
16 to 15.
That's just superior tactics and strategy right there.
It was so close because I would have won if he didn't kill Zemo.
Okay.
Because then I would have gotten to 16, and then he was like, for good measure, he's gonna push Doc Ock off of the objective. I was like, it's like, man, like,
yeah, if the queen had a penis, she'd be the king. I mean,
right.
Yeah,
Some would say if you never played, you'd never lose.
Right. Right. So what happened was, my thing was, it was like we were getting to it, and I was like, all right, well, what can I do? So Miles and Zemo were on the objective. I had to kill one of them, so he was dazed. So I put everything into Zemo. But I will say that Zemo got 2 whispers, 2 volcanic beams, and then 2 extra powers, because with Crystal she can do a beam, a power, and then I paid an extra power, for it to do a 3rd one. So she did 3 attacks against him, and Black Bolt did 2 attacks against him. I guess actually 4 attacks, and then he finally went down. So I wasted 2 of the biggest guns there to do that. You know what I mean? And so he's just. Oh, I mean, I can't stand him because he's so good.
It was funny because Zemo and Black Bolt were on the same side of the board, and I was like, I wonder what would happen in the comics if Zemo went against Black Bolt. So you teleported Black Bolt up with Lockjaw, and then everybody went except Zemo and Black Bolt, and it was my turn. I go, I'm gonna pass. So then he's like, okay. So then He moves Black Bolt onto the objective. Zemo charges up and does 5 damage right away and dazes Black Bolt in one attack. And I was like, man, Zemo is
he's a beast.
Jeez, like, and he moves long.
Right.
And it was crazy because it's like, so he gets the affiliation for the Web Warriors, which is re-rolling 1 defense die, and because he was on the objective, he can roll any skull he gets. And he's got the strategic genius, so he can roll re-roll 1 attack or defense die. So just re-roll on top of re-rolling for him, you know?
Right.
But Zemo, man, I it's like Zemo and like Sabretooth are like my 2 most fun, and Spider-Gwen. I think those are my 3 most fun characters to play because they're just going all across the board doing a bunch of chicanery and random stuff, you know, and just beating people up. It's great.
Yeah, I was thinking today, listening to a podcast about making a squad consisting of nothing but people who go long.
That
just
would be
to get
great.
in there fast, just to get in there and get objectives, and just run. Just
Right.
run, if anything. Stay away. You know?
I think my team was all moving long except Miles and Dr. Octopus, so
Okay.
everybody else moved long. I don't think you can play this game without having at least 1 or 2 guys that move long. You need to have at least like 2 guys that are moving long.
You need speed, yeah. You do
Yeah.
for sure. And you
Because-
need somebody that can hit hard.
Right. You need, and that was the other thing too, that I didn't really have that in my game. I should have maybe like taken Crossbones or Captain Marvel.
Well, you did. You had 4 guys that moved long.
No, I'm saying I needed like a tank.
Well, yeah.
Hit
Because
hard.
everybody else was like kind of going all over the place, moving around. But then I didn't really have I didn't have the tank that I needed to go against. I mean, I know Zemo did great against Black Bolt, but I didn't have the tanks to go against
You
that.
know who could work in that situation? Venom.
Yeah, well, the Beetle. But yeah, I just, I don't know. I feel like you really need to balance it out by having a guy that moves long. You need at least 1 guy that moves long and 1 tank.
Yeah.
You need at least 1 of those, and then you're good.
You
If
should
you don't, if you don't have either or, it's like what it's, I don't know, because the other person could take Thor or something, you know what I mean? And all I have are guys that move long. Like, I don't think they're going to do that much to Thor, you know? So,
It's all a roll of the dice.
true.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was in my game against you and against him when I was rolling for Medusa. She was just, rolling nothing.
And he kept going, like, I would attack, and then he would get nothing. And he's like, it's always her. It's always her.
It's always her. But when she's on, she's on,
Yeah.
And then I got to pay attention to my cards more too, because I was playing Black Bolt and I was doing the Whisper and I was only rolling 6 dice when you really roll 9. So
Really?
yeah. It's actually 9 dice, not 6. So
How
if
did you miss that?
I'm getting old, the neurons don't fire as like they used to. The funny part is that he can actually pay 6 power for that, roll 9 dice, and then play 2 power and add 2 more dice to it. I want to do that from now on. I want to roll 11 dice. I want to roll enough to borrow dice so that I can get on it.
Well, that's like when I had that dilemma. Do I go with 1 14-die attack or 2 10-die attacks?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Either way, it wouldn't have worked out because that's why you're hot dice.
Yeah. But no, I knocked out the one that I didn't need to knock out, and I didn't kill the one I needed to kill. So it was like,
Right. But the beam attack, when he did it, he was running Black Belt, and he did the beam attack against you and getting the 3 guys. That was pretty damn good,
That worked out
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. I was like, all right, I'm rolling my 9 dice.
Mhm.
You got 10 hits, and then you're like, okay, they're both incinerated, so I'm rolling 1 dice each. And you're like, okay, he's gone.
So, I'll be honest with you. The way it seems to me playing the game, the games that we play, first things first, you build your list. That's important. Number 2, you got to know what your list is all about. You got to know how they work together. Okay. Another thing is you have to be able to do the synergy as far as your innate abilities. Okay, like you have to know when there's a reactive thing. You have to know when there is a way to do something else. You make sure you have enough power and whatnot. I think the affiliation seems that the affiliations is really important, because if those help a lot. When I was doing the Inhumans, I felt that, you know what, moving power between guys is not that strong. Like the Web Warriors affiliations, like they can reroll dice, but then if they're holding an objective, they can actually reroll skulls. I was like, holy smokes, that's awesome. But the thing is that by me moving power along, like I activated 3 guys, giving power to Black Bolt. Black Bolt had 3 extra power.
Mm-hmm.
Big. It was a big deal, you know, and it
helps,
works.
Yeah,
it really does help, because they're like you know, power hungry. A lot of the stuff they do is power hungry, and like Crystal, she really only needs 4 because all of her stuff is free, and just to do it for a third time, but necessarily don't even have to do it. So she was doling out stuff left and right. Her and Lockjaw were doling out stuff left and right, and it really worked pretty good, you know. So, but I want to do some. Let's stop here for a second. Let's say hi to everybody. So, Rob, being annoying as usual. Okay, 8 p.m. We started at 8:01. Thank you very much. Scorpion, get over here. Yeah, that was the
pulling people
in, right? CP Games, I don't know, seems legit, but he did send something here. It helps to have a thing or 2 that gives free movement during or outside a character's activation. Yeah, that's important. He says, or 2, and getting movement without spending an action, or getting movement attached to an attack action, or other sources of placing movement. That's what Gwen does best. Gwen, and actually, you know, Bullseye does that too. He has a hit and run where he'll do something and then dip. You know what I mean? Or
Zemo has his Steel Rush for 3 power. It's like he can attack and then move medium.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
now Wolverine has the best at what he does, so he can move in and then do his attack. And Cyclops has the opposite, where he does his attack and then can move.
Right, right.
But then there's also things like Miles spend 2 power to web swing, so he moves range 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he can spend 2 power, move range 3, and then if he's within range to do his web line kick attack, he gets an extra 2 dice if he did the web swing.
Right.
Right. Hulk has the gamma jump that he can spend 2 power and move 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, CP, it makes sense. Spend action on attacks whenever possible. So like some of the attacks is good where Medusa has one where she does this massive attack, and if you do a damage, I can move within 1 of that person. And that, I'll tell you what. So she was on, say, the left side of the board. I had Lockjaw. She was within 3, teleport her 3 to the other part of the board, and then from there she did that attack, got it, and moved all the way up. And then she was in combat, killed somebody, got Doc Ock, moved him off the objective, and she was on the objective. You know, so works out good. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. Wait, everybody, we're good now. We can continue. Rob is back. Thank you, Rob. That was Rob was our guest last week and a good friend of the show. And I can't believe it's only been 6 years that we know you. That's ridiculous, you know. So I don't know about Miles. Is awesome.
He has his moments. Miles is pretty good. Like I said, to move up 3 and then doing the attack, because he does have only a medium movement. Right. He doesn't have long. So
now when he does the web swing, what happens?
It spends 2 power just to move range 3.
And is it an action?
No.
Okay, so
it's a superpower. So I can move my medium
just once.
Yeah,
like 1 per turn.
So I can move my medium and then spend 2 power to move 3, and then even attack, and then add 2 dice to the web line kick or whatever it is.
Okay.
Swing kick.
So he can get up the board. He
Yeah.
can get up the board.
Or like Gwen, spend 2 power, pull you in, and then do my attack twice to roll 7 dice the second time.
Yeah, that's insane. So I think that's the main thing with this game. It seems that there are hidden gems, but things have to line up.
It's the combos.
Like I know like certain things is like, you got to get a wild and then this happens. Or the ones I like are when you cause a wound and then the effect happens, because the wilds don't always come. And then you got one, I was just kind of researching it now because I'm starting to put together Doc Strange, and he's got a thing where if you roll now don't quote me, but it's got to be a combination of 3. So I think it's like a crit, a hit, and a wild. And if you do that, you can actually put an activation marker on someone. You know what I mean?
A few things like that in the game. Yeah, that people can stun you? I think it is.
No, not that. You activate the guy.
Somebody else on your team?
No, you activate the guy who hasn't been activated yet.
You activate in the enemies, like
meaning that they've activated.
Yeah, they lost their turn.
Gotcha.
So, but I like it. The balance is you got to get 3 things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You got to get a crit, a hit, and a wild at that time, and it's only I think like 5 or 6 dice. So it's dicey. It's dicey.
That's when I'll roll all blanks or skulls. So
right. So what you need to do is like you need to pick the guys that like how horrible like Web Warriors would be good. Like, oh, you could reroll skulls if you're on an objective. Yeah, well, I could do that.
Or on an objective, or holding an objective too.
I'm thinking about getting characters that have bodyguard or allow defensive rerolls. I think that's big.
I think Okoye from Wakanda,
Yeah, she's got it. Somebody else had it. I'm not sure who. But yeah, that's definitely what to do there.
And I do like
doesn't Cap have it too?
Yeah. And if you put them together in the squad, apparently, then they each have 2 of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. And I think Cable has something when they showed his card on Instagram. It's like, okay, an allied character within 3, you can shield them or whatever. And
right.
Roll dice or something.
Well, also, too, Doc Strange has it where he throws like a smoke screen around them. And there's 3 smoke screens, 3 tiles. And when you get hit, if you turn it over, and if it's a smoke, you get a bonus to that. So let's see. CP's throwing up some science here. So he's saying that I guess Miles, he unlocks their awesome leadership.
Oh yeah.
So what's the leadership on them?
On the Web Warriors,
it's
reroll. You can reroll defense dice or anything if you're any skull if attack or defense on an objective.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, let's see. He says any throw is usually good because it's automatic hits and it takes the attack roll out of the equation. Yeah, so that's the thing. When you throw a guy into something, they're always taking 1 wound. That's big. That really is.
Like I said, I did 5 damage onto Medusa, and I'm like, let me just throw you into the trash can so that you can.
It's almost like
take the 1 damage.
You did 5 damage, and then you kind of like pushed her a little bit, and she tripped over the garbage can and was dazed. That's actually
insult to injury.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Okoye is an S tier for a 2-threat bodyguard with decent attacks. That's what I'm hearing. She's 2 points, but she's pretty often.
Pretty often to pull the trigger on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have Black Panther too, or of course?
Slow down.
You said X-Men.
Focus on what you're doing.
I already have them. This is just about buying.
But you see, that's Fabian. It's like, I want, well, I might as well get them. I already have Black Panther,
If
so
it's cheap, I buy it. Plain and simple.
But that's different. If it's we call it the Fabian thing. And I love when like the other day you were like, oh, Ghost Rider's $22, and we go jump on. It's like 25.
It like I was as soon as I bought it.
I was driving, and I think you called me, and then I saw your text. I was like, what? And at a red light, I looked. I was like, 20, and then you text me like, oh, it's back to 26. I'm like, damn it.
This is nuts.
So let's see. Here we go. Yeah. Throw a guy into the other guy. We've been doing that a lot. I like doing that. I think that's pretty good. So the one guy's got to dodge, the other one takes one damage.
Takes one. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty good. But the Kingpin has a thing that if you smash into, I think it's if you smash into him, he doesn't take any damage, or if you throw something at him, he doesn't. So he's pretty brolic, So
Right.
Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Ravensguard? How are you, brother? There's a difference between getting extra move, where you move like normal, and like Miles' webline swing, you are placed within 3.
The one thing, and maybe the people in the chat can throw some science into it, like they are. I don't understand like some of the things where it's like you're like, okay, Miles can web swing range 3. Like he doesn't web swing small or something. Like they don't use the they don't use the move tools for that. They use the range tool for that. Or like Doc Ock, it's like, okay, if you're within 3 of something that's like size 2 or less, you can pick it up and throw it small. But why not just throw it 2 or 3?
I see what you're saying. So I think like a special move, like that you can swing 3, is something special. A move is it
a little bit more than the medium which he moves?
I think it is. I think it's definitely. So there we go. We're gonna get an experiment right here. The thing is that, but like with the throwing thing, I understand. He's in range 3, so I can grab it, but then I can throw it small. I'm actually moving it small.
Right.
But then again, I know what you're saying. You could use the movement thing to do that too. So it's hard too, because the movement thing is flat. The has the curve, and a lot of stuff isn't curved. So where do you do it? Do you stick it in? Do you do, because it's a game of, it really is a game of millimeters. So if I like say the dumpster, if I stick the half moon piece into it, it's like I get more. But if I put it up against here, it's not gonna push. So let's see. All right, so we got some here. Miles, yes, Miles placed within 3 is awesome. Same with Hawkeye, hook arrow, usually the same.
That's the range difference.
Right.
So yeah, it's a little more than his regular movement.
And Fabian, like your girlfriend says, an extra inch should make a big difference. So so you gotta be dirty, but do it in the right way. So yes. But Miles, does
that inch is dragging on the ground? So
well, there you go. Yes, Miles' place within 3 is awesome. Same as Hawkeye's hook arrow, situational as always. Is it place within 3 or move within 3? There's a big difference.
Why is there a big difference?
Because if you place within 3, that means you can place closer to that person. But if you move 3, you're moving from where you are. So you can actually move it all the way across the board with it. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
If I say move within 1, I'll be closer to that guy, right?
Okay.
So if it's move within 3, you might be.
Oh no, you don't move within 3 of a guy. You're moving range 3.
Right, because it says there. It says, place within 3. So, yeah. Let's do this. When you place, you use the range tool. When you push, throw, advance, and use movement widgets. Counts as movement for rules purposes. Okay, that makes sense. So when you place something, you use the range tool. I'm moving you here, or I'm placing this. I'm placing a car in your face. It's a move tool. You know what I mean? But then when you do that, so here, movement equals advance, place, push, throw. Okay. So we're gonna have to copy that down. That's actually good. Movement equals advance, place, push, throw. Put that on a loop. Okay, Fabian, sing that. All right, here we go. You can put the range tool down, touching him, pick up Miles, ignoring terrain and characters, and place him anywhere along the 3. Yeah. So that's what's nice about that is there's no because he's a web crawler. Wall crawler, I'm sorry. He can go within anywhere. And I'll tell you what, huge ability in this game is wall crawler and flight. fantastic. That was yesterday. We were playing with Crystal, and I'm like, I'm going over here. He goes, you're like, oh, is she a wall crawler? No, she got fly. You're like,
I was like, she moves long, really?
And she has flight too. So yeah. So anywhere along
the poor man's flight.
What's that?
Web crawler is the poor man's flight.
Yeah, I think they basically do almost the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, you know. So place. Yep, you're right. This is the place to be. So let's see. Place is a type of movement with range 3, means touching the 3 tool from your original position. Yeah, that's we're doing that correct, CP. We're getting that done. And yeah, he's agreeing with Raven Guard. I like it. I like that we're bringing all the guys together and we're talking about this. So, all right. So we've been going for a while here. So we're obviously in love with the game. All right.
I have a question.
Okay.
They didn't design this game for competitive play.
Right.
But I'm sure at some point there will be competitive tournaments in some way. Because
Legion wasn't a competitive game, and there's Legion. So yes, go ahead.
But they were gonna do that. That was designed to be competitive.
Right.
This one, the developers, because those were different developers as well. So
right.
Do you think if they ever do something competitive rather than just their organized play events, I'm sure, speaking for you, for myself, we'd probably want to do that.
We probably would. Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew?
I mean, I don't know. I'm really enjoying this game, so I don't know. Who knows?
What's the trepidation? All right. If I ran a Crisis Protocol tournament, if you guys were out there and want to come to like a Family Gamers Crisis Protocol tournament that we would put together, you know, you would come, we would play, right?
I mean, I would have no choice.
Yeah,
but you know,
but you actually enjoy playing, like when we had the Dead Zone tournament.
Oh yeah, well, Conquest of Triton was always
So
fun.
You know, and then with this, we can just you know, if we do have it in a comic store, it's like you walk in and all these figures are there. So yeah. It's that would be great. So here's the thing too. Now, CP, I'm glad you said this because it's true. There is already a world competitive league on Tabletop Simulator. I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about that, and they were talking. I skipped over it because I wanted to get to the tactics, but they were like, "Oh, I played this guy, and I did this and this and this," and they were talking about the tournament, and I don't know about that, so I kind of skipped over it. But I was like, "Oh, on Tabletop Simulator, there is a competitive aspect for."
But how do you do it? How do you do scoring? Like that's my question.
You know, maybe it's win-loss.
Because they designed the game with competitive play not in mind. So then how does a competitive scoring system come into effect, and who does it?
You know what? It might be.
They may do it eventually.
Well, it might be easy. It's like every round that you hold more objectives, or if you do this, you do. There's always a way to do that.
They could
win loss can be straight win loss.
They could always just update the online rule book and write in tournament rules.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to do it. They have other modes of play online now too.
But also too, you could just make a tournament pack and make tournament missions. Yeah. Use the basis of this and make tournament missions. I don't think that would be a hard thing to do.
No.
But the game the way it is now, I mean, I could say you could turn anything competitive as long as a TO. You could take this and just figure it out and do it. I mean, we did it with Dead Zone.
The only reason I ask is because we would be going to Adepticon right now.
Right.
Things weren't the way they were.
We'd be there.
Right. And if that was the case and they had a tournament, we'd probably be playing in it, no?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, if it wasn't Dead Zone and then that.
I think this was more to put Andrew on the spot to see if he would actually compete in the tournament.
Well, I mean, it depends. If we were at Adepticon, I have to film, so.
But then again, what if they're like giving away Marvel statues and comic books and stuff like that?
No. I don't need more of that. Graphic novels, on the other hand, maybe I would have.
What
to
if
be
it
in the
was like
tournament.
30? If the winner gets 30 graphic novels, you know.
I'd have to.
But then again,
I'd have to go Web Warriors and Inhumans.
but then again,
tokens and stuff.
yeah, but not even that. Like, giving away models and stuff is what's usually pretty cool. So, let's see here. And all the top lists, 5 and 10 same characters, had all the same characters. So 5 out of 10 all of the top lists had 5 out of 10 of the same characters. So let's see. Wakanda versus Wakanda was in the finals. Wakanda. So let's see. So margin of victory until you get top 8. So I guess so last night I wouldn't have got much because our game came down to 15 to 16. And that's another thing too. Why is it like 1 to 16? Did they just make a card that fits in the box and it only could fit 16, or
they could have made a longer card, so I don't think that's it.
I don't know. Like that's such a random number. Like, why not?
I think they tested it enough times.
I assume that it was like 20 would be too long for 6 rounds, or 10 would be too short for 6 rounds. Like, it kind of makes sense,
right? And then,
well, isn't Legion rounds also?
Is it? I don't remember.
What do you mean?
I don't remember either.
What's that?
Do you play Legion only 6 rounds also?
I think it's per mission.
Yeah, and like Armada too, you only have 6 rounds. So maybe they just decided this is the round limit.
For some reason, I remember Legion like 5 rounds. This is coming out to me. I mean, we haven't played Legion in a while, but I think 5 rounds sticks out. But I think it's the mission too. By round 5, this happens, and then if nobody's ahead, then go to 6, that type of deal. So you want to try to do that. So, they wanted a fast game to be under an hour. We're getting faster because we're starting to memorize cards better. But right before you go, I read that card about 500 times before I go. And we do that. And it's like, we know, like, we're actually standing there and I see Andrew's looking down. I'm like, all right, he's thinking. And then he looks at one card and then he moves over to look at the other card. It's like, should I do this or this? And then you try to figure out your combinations. That's usually what
because I gotta calculate in my head, like,
well,
all right, he's got this much power and I could do this, but if he's got much power, I can do this, but then I won't be able to do this because if I spend this, I can't do that and move here, and
Well, like last night, that was the thing. Like, at the very end, I took about 10 minutes. You're like, I'm going to go to the bathroom, come back, and I still try to figure it out because I had Black Bolt, Lockjaw, and Medusa close enough, and I had to figure out the combination, and I'm glad I did because it worked. It really did work. But all right, so let's do this. All right, I want you guys to do the same thing that we're doing. So in the chat, I want you to just say the same thing. We're going to go. We're going to kind of do round the world questioning. They just came out with all that cool stuff. So you got not the Sinister Six, but the Sinister Six, but not the Sinister Six. So they got the new Carnage, Mysterio, Lizard, Craven, Black Cat, and
Amazing
Spider-Man, which they said was Amazing Spider-Man's like the adult Peter Parker, right? So he's more amazing than the brand new Peter Parker in the starter box, which kind of sucks because the starter box always has lower level, and then the new stuff comes out, and it can't be helped that they add all this cool stuff in it, and then the starter box guys are kind of left behind.
Well, to be fair though, it's only taken how long has the game been around? Like 2 years now.
2.5 years.
Yeah, a little over 2 years. So to be fair, like they've only done that twice, where now like you could buy Black Widow outside of the starter set, but she's the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and she's 3 points and she's a little bit better. And Amazing Spider, like they've only done it twice in the last 2.5 years. You know what I mean? For like, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that the starter guys are usually. I would hope they would have been better, but they're
I agree. Like Iron Man and Captain America seem very.
Iron Man and Captain America don't seem like Iron Man and Captain America.
No, they don't. They don't seem like they're. I don't know that
They should be better.
crazy.
They should be better.
You know?
That's what I think. I mean,
I don't know. I didn't use them yet, so I don't know.
I think they should be more powerful. But then again, we have to put more synergy using that. We've never taken Cap and Iron Man together, and they have some cards and
Yeah,
stuff.
they have
so,
the cards together.
so-
That's another thing. Like using the cards. Like I don't think I used any cards last game. When it went against you.
I used a few. I did use a few cards. So CP's coming in here saying that, yeah, Peter learned how to fight to use his whole power set. That I understand, though. It does make sense. The game is less than 2 years, November 2019. And in November, in November. So
yeah,
it's basically a year and a half.
Yeah, so less than 2 years
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, so about a year and a half.
I don't
You know why I'm thinking it was longer? Because they had Crisis Protocol at Adepticon 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was,
That was
in
2 years ago?
March.
It was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, because there was tournaments or like little events that they had going on.
Yeah,
Well,
that
unless it was last year and I'm misremembering.
Well, you've been
But,
hitting the head a lot, so yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so CP coming up with the signs. All right, so let's go around the table. Fabian, you're going to go first since you're okay, so he was saying that it was demoed there,
Okay, maybe that's what it was then.
but it wasn't released.
I know it wasn't released. I thought it was before that. I thought it was
Right.
in 18.
Okay, and then Ravens Guard. The two Peter Parkers are different. The starter is more about being toolbox with throws and places. The new one is the second leader of the Web Warriors if you want him, but he himself is more mobile.
that's right. He is the second leader of the
right.
the thing. But then again, how many dice am I going to be re-rolling with Amazing Spider-Man? That I want to know. You know,
Well, you got to
Card's there. You can see
check.
his card.
Yeah, we'll check the
it's
card.
true.
You know, and he says also he's a good attacker. And CP is saying they had a bunch of tables. So CP, next time at Adepticon, we all got to hook up, maybe get some games in. We'll tape a battle report. All right, here we go. There we go. Fabian, you're first. What do you want to see that hasn't come out yet?
I got a list.
Oh,
Jeez.
all
I
right.
was writing stuff down. So
Top three.
Top three, original X-Men.
Okay.
That's my big one. Then after that, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, where is that? Come on. That I
And if you're gonna say Fantastic Four, Doom.
where's Doom?
Where's Doom? But
I
I
think
think
the way the X-Men came out, like over a year after the original starter came out,
right.
I think we're gonna see Fantastic Four in a similar fashion. We'll get like 4 packs like that.
Right. So you get like say Reed and Sue, then you get Johnny and Ben, right? And then I'm saying that Doom would probably be on his own, and he would probably have some maybe like a Thanos thing, you know, kind of like
or
like
with Doombots.
Doombots. That's what I'm saying.
Cool. Yeah.
But I think if Thing is going to be bigger, he might be by himself.
Well, like how Magneto has the sentries, the pieces of metal, like maybe Doom can have Doombots.
But he's got Toad too, so
yeah.
So yeah,
that's how they do it.
so maybe like Doom with 3 Doombots or 2 Doombots, whatever it is. That would be something.
Yeah, and then Thing and Johnny together.
Right.
You could do that.
Yeah, and then Reed and Sue, and then maybe even the kids, because the kids are bigger now.
Yeah, but I think they're doing a little earlier.
Yeah. No, I'm saying
at some point. Yeah,
at some point. You know. So all right. So that's 3 out of the 34 that you have listed.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would love to see something like a Sentinel for like an Ultimate Encounter.
Right.
That'd be cool.
But you see, like I don't like that stuff like that, just for the fact that it's like you take a Sentinel for a mission and then you don't use it anymore. I don't want a model that I want to put on the shelf. I want a model that I can put on the board all the time, that I have the option to put on the board all the time, you know? So I know that I've painted basically almost everything we got, but we're not using it, but I have the ability to use it whenever I want. Having a Sentinel we probably won't use it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
It would depend on how it's done.
yeah, they got to do it the right way.
If they do it like Thanos, where it has the ultimate encounter in there, but it also has a card for him to be used in a regular game.
Right.
So then maybe the Sentinel's not as strong.
Okay.
But
then again, but then again, it's not a true Sentinel. Then you know what I mean?
A smaller one.
Yeah. All right. So you want to go next?
Yeah. I was thinking to do Namor.
Yes.
And then if they want to, because like they're putting out Sin, Red Skull's daughter, and Madam Hydra, which are two pretty obscure characters.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking like, oh, why would they do that? Actually, like, that's kind of cool. Getting the obscure characters,
but also,
there,
but that's also building up the factions that's already there, like the Cabal,
right?
Because I think Sin's another leader of the Cabal.
Okay.
So,
but a lot of these characters are obscure that they're releasing.
Yeah.
That the common person would know unless they read comics.
But then again, they're trying to cater, I think, not so much to the comic guys because we're going to buy it because we like comics, but the movies.
Yeah.
So, you don't know who Crossbones is. I mean, nobody knows who Crossbones is unless you're a real comic book character. Wait a minute. He was in Civil War. He was Frank Grillo from Civil War. You know what I mean? Right. Oh, who the hell is Captain Marvel? Nobody knows who Captain. Oh, wait. She had a movie and she was a badass in the Avengers. So it seems like that. Doc Ock, was in Spider-Man movies. He had a whole, Tobey Maguire movie. So I think it caters to that. But then again, Doc Ock is pretty iconic where you probably see him on a shirt or a toy somewhere or something. So it wasn't that crazy. But then again, like Black Widow is obscure too. But not anymore because of the movies. But when you think about it, she was very, she was like, I think the real time where I started to really get into her is when Miller changed her whole costume, cut her hair, and she was going out with Matt Murdock in the 80s. That was like when I really got introduced to her. So, there are a lot of obscure characters. I mean, like, freaking Star Fox is an obscure character,
That's who we need.
Yeah.
We need Star Fox.
If you know me, I hate that character. And it's funny because my daughter says, Harry Styles is going to be in an Avengers movie. I said, oh, really? Oh, who's he going to be? And he goes, Star Fox. And Andrew goes, that's perfect. He hates him. He hates him because he ruined the Avengers. I was reading Avengers back in the day before you were even a thought, and he just destroyed the Avengers. It was terrible. And it was Captain Marvel, but it wasn't Danvers.
Monica Rambeau.
Rambeau was her, and she was Captain Marvel, but she's not Captain Marvel. But she is Captain Marvel, but she's not Captain. I was very confused. But anyway, I hate Star Fox. So don't put Star Fox in the thing, and they probably will. And I will buy it, and I will probably.
He's supposed to be in the Eternals, so.
Yeah, I know. So, and he became Thanos' brother all of a sudden.
I think he always was.
I don't remember that, but I will defer that because I hated it so much that I wouldn't even read the bubbles.
I remember that he was his brother.
So what was that you were saying?
So anyway, I was thinking Namor, right? So you could throw him into the Defenders, but what else would you put him in? I'm like, be cool. Do an Atlantean thing and do like Namorita, do like Orca, do Stingray, do like characters like that.
Now you're getting super bottom.
But I'm saying like, that
would
be cool. Like do a Namor and Stingray set, and have those two in there.
Or like Orca could be the size
or have a Tuma,
Yeah, or Orca could be the size of like the Hulk Kingpin or something like that, like a huge model.
I had something obscure like that too.
Would you have?
Well, let me go.
Royal Guard.
I only got one.
You did too, but go ahead.
I did one.
He did one.
You did Namor. Yeah, and the Atlanteans.
Yeah, but that was
a whole mess.
That was part of Namor.
All right, go ahead. If you say mine, though, I'm gonna punch you right in the head. And I know you don't know what it is, but go ahead.
I don't know.
I'll tell if you say it. I'll say it.
I definitely think though we need Star Fox. No, but anyway, what they should do is the Eternals movie's coming out.
Right.
Like I know you can't do all 12, every single Eternal, but do like Icarus, Sprite. I forgot some of their most of their names.
Circe.
Yeah, Cersei, like, because she was an Avenger,
Right.
So, like, throw her in the Avengers affiliation also, and do things like that. You know what I mean? Like, they have the movie coming out, but, like, you know, they should maybe try to do, like, something like that. You know, don't do all of them, because there's, like, a good amount, which, you know, I mean, Star Fox is technically an Eternal, so
he's eternally terrible. So, all right, so
that's really all I can think of.
Okay.
By the way, I can't.
Two? That's it.
Yeah, I don't really know.
all right.
Like, I mean, honestly, you have a list of 34, and you'd go down the list and be like, "Oh yeah." I mean, I was gonna say Fantastic Four also.
We were all going to say
But-
that, and he's been saying Doom from before we even got the
When
game.
I first was scrolling through, I'm like, "Where's the Fantastic Four?"
Yeah. I don't know.
But-
Well, it was the same thing when the game first released. Everyone's like, "Where's the X-Men? Why is
Yeah.
it Wolverine in the starter?" Blah blah blah. You know.
And then,
But then again, you know, you can't come out with everything at once.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer would be cool
No!
too. You were gonna say Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
That was the one. Because I was bringing it to Fantastic Four.
All right, I'm going to say one that you didn't say, and you're gonna flip.
Who?
Where is Beta Ray Bill?
Well, no. Why would you? Beta Ray Bill is super obscure. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm just that I'm wish listing what I want.
I know, but like,
No, Beta Ray Bill. Fabian, you know who Beta Ray Bill is?
well,
I
obviously,
know who he is.
you know who's.
But I
But
don't
maybe
care.
in comic books.
That's true, Fabian. How do you know who Beta Ray Bill?
Hater
I
of,
remember him from the comics early in the '80s when he replaced Thor.
he was one of the first ones to actually pick up the hammer.
Yeah.
Because nobody was picking up the hammer, and then now everybody picks up the hammer. I think it was after Beta Ray Bill, Cap picked it up for whatever, but then you know,
Well,
Now
now,
Superman picked it up.
now in the Thor comics, now like the worthiness of Mjolnir is going away, so like everybody can pick it up basically.
I
Like,
don't like that. I don't like
look at his
I
face.
don't like
Look at his face.
that. Yeah, but yeah, definitely Silver Surfer, and you know,
Yo, where's a mini Galactus?
That
Galactus.
was on my list.
Like, I don't think they should do like a big model of him, but I think that because he can shrink his size, so just do like just a small model of him going like that or something. You know what I mean? Like he's
But-
smaller, so he's less powerful. I don't know.
I like. What about Watu,
Who?
the Watcher?
Oh, the Watcher. Okay.
See, we read comic books, so we know the real.
We
name.
like comic.
we
books,
like comic
Fabian.
books, so
I just didn't hear the name, so I was like, "Who?"
Watu.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. I thought you said something
Like
and
you.
we cut out.
What?
So yeah, that's some of the stuff we'd like to see. So let's see what some of the other dudes got here. Let's see. All right, here we go. CP 1991 Psylocke. All right, with the G string. I dig it. All right. Yes. Apocalypse. Not the movie Apocalypse. The regular Apocalypse.
Yeah, not Poe Dameron.
Not
And
the
it's Four Horsemen.
Yeah, and the Four Horsemen. I was saying I like to see, like you were saying, the original. I was saying, but I want to see Archangel, and I want to see Death and Caliban, and all the guys who got turned into it.
Uh-huh.
But like I know you're saying, like you said before, classic X-Men. Would they do Angel or Archangel?
Both.
Because, well, they didn't do Falcon, and Falcon is being teased, but not regular Falcon. It's Captain America Falcon.
Yeah.
He was teased in a photo on Instagram I saw.
Yeah, it is.
So they're not doing regular Falcon. They're doing Captain America Falcon.
But that might be more because of what might happen in the show now.
Well, we know that's happening in the show
Yeah,
now.
it is.
Because
That's probably
there's
why.
action figures and leaked and stuff, and we better get a Lego set of that too.
Right.
All right, so here we go. On 1991 Gambit. I got to tell you, other than Star Fox, I can't stand Gambit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
I'm not a fan of Gambit at all.
I was gonna do a really bad like, hey Sherry,
Yeah, more
I
Sherry.
think the three worst characters created during that time were Gambit, Cable, and Bishop.
Now,
And
where's Jubilee too? And what about Dazzler? That's who we need.
Cloak and Dagger.
Long shot.
Long
Rogue.
shot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Rogue.
I want a big Mojo model.
So 1991 Rogue. Yes. All right, here's a good one. Rob's coming in hot here. Havoc and
Yes.
Polaris.
Havoc, yes. Polaris,
No, you gotta have them both, man.
I've always loved the visual of Havoc, the original costume.
Right. With the thing and the in
and
the middle.
just the beams coming out. Yeah.
Not the
X-Force and after.
no, not the the movie version. Was First Class. I
was okay with that because they were in school uniforms, you know? I like the look of the uniforms.
Yeah. So here we go. Nice pick, Fabian. Doom. Well, everyone's going to pick Doom, so damn it. All right. Rob says Doom on a throne. That would be it. Rob says, yes, give me second X Factor roster. I think they should do X Factor roster with the thing. Let's get X Factor Wolverine, Deadpool, X-Force. X-Force. Well, no, X Factor, yes. But I'm saying X-Force. I meant X-Force. I know X Factor was the original X-Men. With the big X, when they redid it, when Simonson did it. But I'm saying X-Force with the black and gray with the red eyes. I'd like to see that. X-23.
Well, here's my question. Would they do things like that? Would they have to come out with like a new Wolverine model just for X-Force?
Yeah.
Or a new, they're doing it. I think don't they have an X-Force affiliation now with Cable?
Your Cable.
With Cable.
Do they?
But I think
Cable's the X-Force.
He's the X-Force guy.
Leader.
Oh, I don't know.
But anyway, if they were to do X Factor, would they come out with another Cyclops model because he already has the X-Men affiliation? Or if not, then who would be the leader of the X Factor?
But it's not that. It's like you can come out with some X Factor guys, put these guys in the affiliation, and I can't run him in his regular X-Men outfit, so I got to paint him in the X one on, so I have to buy another one, and that's how it goes, you know.
I'd rather see that second X Factor roster.
Which one?
Rob said that had Havoc as the leader, Polaris, Strong Guy, Wolfsbane, Multiple Man. Multiple Man's on my list.
Who's not on your list?
Starbucks.
Batman. Here we go. Oh my God, Doom like a Thanos kit. That's what I said. Make a big throne
but we already have somebody on a throne, you know.
Yeah, but that's a book.
But it's Doom.
It's Doom.
But it's Doom.
No, I get it. It's like that statue from Claiborne, I think it was, where he's sitting on the throne with his fingers crossed, you know.
I would take Doom on a throne any day over Thanos.
Like the
Thanos is
Chronicles or something, like Latveria missions and Crisis cards and stuff like that.
Ultimate scenario thing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, so let's see. Hold on.
Oh no, CP, no.
I think I'm turning Team Fabian here. Yeah, but he basically Googled every character in the Marvel universe and printed it up, and
all handwriting, all from my head.
Yeah.
I want to see the Shi'ar Royal Guard. That's what I want to see in terms of obscure.
Yeah.
Serpent Society.
What about Liliana? Hey, how about this?
Lilandra.
I like to see a whole faction of the Brood.
Yeah, also, where's Professor X? Where's Charles?
I'm sure he's coming. Jean Grey's coming, so I'm sure he's coming.
Yeah. It's not even on the affiliation list online.
But how does he look? Is he in a wheelchair, or is he?
No, they have to put him in. They have to put him in the big yellow hover chair.
The hover chair?
Yeah. No, they should put him the way he is now with Cerebro on his head.
No, don't do that Krakoa BS.
All right. You could use Legends build a figure Galactus. All right, we could try that, but
isn't there a new HeroClix one that just came out recently?
HeroClix
Galactus.
I don't know any. I never heard of that game before in my life.
Rob, you're very smart. You should hate Gambit because Gambit is terrible.
Yeah.
And, CP, haha, Bishop, no Bishop, nobody wants. The OG Havoc is the best. I agree.
Yep.
Oh, here's a good one. New Mutants and the OG X-Force. New Mutants.
Yeah.
Cannonball.
Warlock would
Wolfsbane, Warlock,
Magic.
Sunspot, Magic.
Oh, wait a minute. We're really going off a tangent here and looking at stuff like that. What about Colossus?
Yeah.
Where the frick is? But
the third one on my list.
But where's Colossus?
There's lots of ones that could be there. Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he's like an original X-Men.
They got Lizard and Kraven, but not Nightcrawler and Colossus.
I think they're older.
We'll get there.
You know, let's see, CP, what do you got? Cable, Domino, Deadpool, and they will be added to existing characters to X-Force on the website updated list. So they're going to be the X-Force. You know,
I don't care for Cable, Domino, or Deadpool.
yeah. What do you think? I don't know. I'm not too crazy about. I mean,
Cable looks awesome.
Cable looks awesome. I would get Cable because that model is probably one of the top tier looking models in Crisis Protocol. But the Deadpool one's a little wonky.
Now Deadpool's okay because he's got his bang 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 thing.
I'm talking about model.
Oh, model.
Model
Okay.
looking. You know, I don't know.
I like that they're going with the goofiness of it, but I don't want that in the game. Like, if I can make him not be on that bomb.
Well, you can't. You could do either or. It's optional to put him on the foosh or take him off. So.
Okay, so yeah, he's not going to be on that.
I said that too. I don't. You know, and how are you going to move around the board with that stupid thing? It's kind of silly.
Yeah.
Can I get one without that and maybe make it cheaper?
I mean, but listen, it's cartoony, but Bob definitely, if we get it, has to have the chef hat.
Yeah, that I think.
I'm okay with that. I don't know much about him, but
It's
I'm
Bob.
okay with it.
It's Bob.
I understand who he is.
Hate comics.
You love Star Fox.
Yes.
Oh, no, don't say that.
All right. So Rob says different poses for different teams.
Fabian, don't make me hit you with the Deep Wars.
Different poses for different teams. I like that. Different models for different teams too. Right? Wolverine will be X-Force. Yeah, definitely. Has to be. I don't care that they have Cable as the leader of X-Force because Wolverine was the leader of X-Force. Check your stats because he was. All right. Let's see here. He will be on the roster on the affiliations PDF. That's cool. But let's see here. I like how he just a bit more serious when he first showed up, Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. But you know what it is? The Merc with the mouth thing went to that next level with the Ryan Reynolds movie. So I mean, we all enjoyed those movies, but it was over the top and the fourth wall. I want to say though that I did really enjoy the thing they put out for Deadpool breaking the fourth wall. I thought that was
the video for him.
Yeah. It was like it's my turn to go. Well, you can't go. It's not our turn yet. It's the opponent's.
Yeah. And then it shows the two guys from Atomic Mass Games playing or whatever.
So like that. See, Rob, Cable formed X-Force. Wolverine was a latecomer in the Uncanny X-Force. So
I do have the X-Force omnibus on the graphic novel bookcase in the library.
But let's just say that in the other room on the bookcase, there are 600 graphic novels. So if anybody needs any kind of history or a panel,
it is the library.
We do have it.
It is my library.
Oh. I mean, Rob's right in terms of Cable with the original X-Force.
Right. But I don't care because I like Wolverine better than Cable. So,
So do I. But
Nathan Dainstring, time travel, baby.
That was Cable's name.
Yeah.
When he was Christopher Summers that got sent to the future to cure him of the virus.
Right.
When he went to the future, that was the name he had, Nathan Dayspring.
You know who we need with Cable, right?
Who?
We need Strife, his clone brother dude.
Okay.
Summers, Goo Gaga, time travel, baby. And Strife, time travel, baby clone. Yeah.
Your boy Strife.
Yeah. So I want to say that I want to thank everybody because we are a half hour over, but that's okay because this was pretty good. We could pretty much list build and do this all the time. Let's do this again. All right, Fabian, definitely we got to do this again. Let us know if you're interested in us doing a few battle reports because I think that's the next stage for us. Got a lot of stuff painted. We have a crap ton of terrain from all the things. So, I want to thank all the guys, CP, Rob, Who else was here? Raven's Guard is here. I think Beetle is here for a little bit. And he probably dipped on us. Hopefully he went to the post office, put that stuff in the, in the mail.
Now, guys, listen. If you guys want to talk more about Crisis Protocol, we have our Discord server, so that'll be the link in the description. And join that. We can talk about a bunch of stuff. So, and we do have a lot of plans. If we do decide, if you guys want to see Crisis Protocol videos and battle reports and stuff like that, we got some good plans.
Don't look here from competitive lists or play. Don't look here for competitive lists or play. I'm saying in Spanish. Don't look here for competitive lists and play. We're going to play stuff. We're going to have fun with it, and we're going to do it in the family gamer style where we're busting balls and having fun. Okay? The greatest thing also, too, is to watch Fabian roll 11 dice, and 10 of them will be skulls, and the other one will be blank. It's just, there's nothing like it.
I mean, at least he gets one blank.
He gets one blank, okay. But
with no reroll.
With no reroll, so it doesn't matter. But yeah,
that's why you need warriors.
Yeah, CP, jump on the Discord, man. We got a lot of, all of us are on it, man. It's just, it's the fun house. It just doesn't stop. But we want to thank you guys for being here. If you've watched this and you didn't watch it live, throw some comments down below. I have never not answered a comment. We always answer the comments and stuff. And Andrew's going to take us out.
So, guys, like I said, Discord server will be linked in the description. Check out our Patreon page because that helps support the channel. Also linked in the description. Like the video if you liked it. Comment down below if you're watching this afterward. Let us know what you think. And subscribe for more live streams, Crisis Protocol content, and all that good stuff. And
if you want to help support the channel, we're trying to we want to get a new camera. We want to get some new audio stuff, and that comes through Patreon. All that Patreon money goes straight to the channel, and we're working on that. We'd like, I really would like to get a new light system because the lights are so big and bulky, and they kind of get in the way. So we want to do some stuff like that. So if you're so inclined, if you like what we do and you want to chuck in a buck, I'm not asking you to give us your 401k. If you want to, that's okay. But you know, a little bit every month it really does help us a lot. So. But I want to thank Hot Dice for being here. We got to definitely do this again. I know you hate comic book, but you love Crisis Protocol, so it's okay.
Star Fox for life.
Star Fox for life, yo. We're gonna get T-shirts. I love Star Fox, right? But then again, all right, do it.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Got a point.
No point.
No point.
Point.
There it is. All right, guys. Take care, brother. Take care, guys.
See you later.